Alright, I'm in Idaho Falls. That sound in the background is the waterfall up there. And I'm really saddened that I have to go back to Seattle, but I'll think hard about my future career path, because out here in the Rockies or in the desert area where I spent 4 months, I really got accepted for being single. Like, I come out here to the park and nobody gives me a dirty look for being single. I go to a restaurant or a bar or a bowling alley, I do just fine there. Over in Seattle, it's kind of another story altogether. And I think part of the reason I had so much trouble in the past with relationships was not because I was desperate to get into a relationship. I was desperate to be accepted, and sometimes that meant compromising myself into a relationship just so I could do all the things that I wanted to do. And I just think it's sad. I bet there's a lot of people in relationships they don't need to be just because they need to be accepted. I really do. To give you an example, when I was working on my PhD, this is 11 years ago we're talking about now, I had a girlfriend who was just taking advantage of me financially and also spiritually. Finally, I broke up with her, and the week after I broke up with her, I was going to take her to this coin show that I used to regularly go to, but we had broken up. And somehow I found the courage to go to that coin show anyway. I had mixed feelings. I was happy about myself at the coin show, but I had difficulty getting accepted for who I was because I went to that coin show alone. I feel that way a lot in the big city, not so much here in the Rockies. I think nobody should have to feel that way, right? People should be accepted for who they love, what they eat, their personal habits. See, I'm a little bit nervous because this is our first time going into the tutoring center for a year and a half when I get back home to Seattle where I work. And we have a new manager, we have obviously new employees since I was last there. And I hope the topic of food doesn't come up, because if I refuse food, it colors the relationship. But we all know we shouldn't discriminate against people for their disabilities, including what they can eat or not. But it happens anyway. Let's face it. Unless food is never offered in the office, you're going to discriminate against people for what they eat or don't eat. We're very tribal animals, right? So I hope, well, hopefully I'll put on my mask and I just won't take it off. And that might discourage people from asking me about food. I don't know. But unfortunately, prejudice is all over the place. And here in the Rockies, we got a low population density. You know, at least the density of prejudice can be a little bit less, right?